Okay, guys, happy Wednesday. Today is going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to actually record this video from inside my truck. I wanted to dedicate this video to um, anyone that is struggling to lose weight. It's a video that is going to make me be very vulnerable and share with you guys my history with weight loss. I feel that at such a young age, I've always struggled with my weight. It's something that it's every single day. I question what I eat, what type of workouts am I gonna do, why is it so difficult for me to lose weight, and it's something that has been present all my life, and sometimes I get really frustrated about it. Um, Growing up, I really don't feel like I was bullied or people made fun of me in my face. So thank God that I don't have any memories of that. But I did have I don't have memories of that, but I do have a lot of memories where I was always it was always brought up like you're eating too much. Um, I would always get up for seconds, and it was very contradicting because, for instance, my mom, she has never body shamed me. It's always been kind of like, go ahead and eat. You're not, why, if I were to say, oh, I can't, I mean, I'm not going to eat that much because I'm fat, it would always be like, you're not fat. Who's telling you that you're fat? You are not fat. And so that was that part. But then I guess my dad would always kind of point out, hey, you're getting a little bit heavy. You need to work out more. Stop eating that much. So that very contradicting. One parent was telling you one thing, the other parent was telling you another, was very common for me growing up. And then whenever I was in elementary school, I don't feel. I think I was slim at that point. I think I began to gain weight once I was in middle school. And if you kind of like take a look at the age that I was, I think that it was when I began to realize that my grandparents were getting sick, and we I was adopting a lot of responsibilities. So I want to feel, and I think that my weight has something to do with the all the extra baggage that I carry. And so whenever my middle school, I felt like I was heavy. Whenever eighth grade came, I told myself, "You're going to lose weight because I don't want for you to be heavy in high school." So what I started doing, I remember it was like the few months before the end of my eighth grade, I began to work out extremely um, dramatic, like every type of exercise I would do. I had a bike inside of my room. I would work out outside. I would go out running, and I remember if I remember, I think I was eating lettuce and chicken, tuna. I wasn't eating good at all. And by the time I went into high school, I was. I remember that my starting weight at that time was 200 pounds, and I started February the 1st. So I was like 200 pounds, and my goal was to drop down to like 150. So by the time August came along, I was already at 150, and I was very skinny. You could see every bone on my chest. I didn't look healthy whatsoever. And even though I was skinny, I still had a belly. So um I wasn't satisfied. I knew that something wasn't right. And I didn't feel right. Even though clothes was fitting me and I was able to wear a size small or size medium shirt, I just didn't feel that that was me. Like being that slim was not me. And of course, everybody was like, "Oh wow, you lost a lot of weight," and people praise that. You know, they demonstrate and say that they're so proud of you because you lost all that weight. But in reality, when you think about it, a 14-year-old, 15-year-old doing an extreme diet like that, that wasn't healthy. I didn't have, I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't have a nutritionist. And please, if you're young, talk to your parents and have them take you to a doctor, to a nutritionist, so they can carry out a healthy meal plan for you, because everybody is different. You cannot follow the same diet or meal plan that someone else, you know. So I really recommend that, because I really remember that there was a lot of times where my mind was playing tricks on me, and I would feel like, why it was it's not only are you losing weight, but now your mind plays tricks on you, because even though you lost weight, your mind, I don't think, keeps up with that change. So you still feel like you're heavy. So gradually throughout high school, I began to gain weight again. And when I began to gain weight, it all goes back to any worry, any responsibility, any stress that I would feel. I think I would begin to eat. So whenever I left high school, I began to gain a little bit of weight. And then by the time I was in a relationship and I began to work and have that responsibility, I recall gaining weight again. And this time, it really affected my relationship at that time, because I would hear, "Hey, you're getting heavy." But in my head, I was like, "I'm not heavy. Like, I'm just big boned. Shape, our shapes are different. Our bodies are different. So I'm just different. I'm not fat." So I was a constant battle. Like, I feel like I'm very active. I'm always, working out, walking. I feel like I'm very active. So the way that I'm active and the way that I eat, sometimes I feel like it doesn't make sense, because I'm like, I'm too active to still be heavy. But now I feel that it has to do with the way that I eat. I need to focus and be very selective on what I put in my body. Whenever I the relationship ended, that was like it kind of like removed the blind from my eyes, and I realized that I indeed was very heavy. So I began to lose weight again. That was the second time in my life that I had made a great change, like a significant change. So what I started doing at that time, this was already in my early, I want to say my early 30s. I began to run every day. I was eating healthy, but eating healthy to my terms. I didn't go to a nutritionist. It was like I was eating, but I was eating throughout the day, like maybe like every 3 hours, I was eating something, and I began to lose weight, and I decided to do things that I enjoyed. So one day, my sister was working out, and she was like in a Zumba class, and she's like, "You need to come to this class. I think you're gonna enjoy it because the music is really good." So then the following day, I went to the class, and after that, I was hooked. It was like every day, we, not only myself but my sisters at that time and friends, we would do an hour of cardio, and then sometimes we would stay for a second hour. So we were like obsessed and hooked on working out, and we would work out on the weekends, and I felt great. Like, I lost weight, and by this time, remember, this is the second time that I made that change. So my starting weight was like 263, and the lowest that I dropped during all those classes was maybe 215, and that again took around a good 6 to 7 months, where it was every day working out and um, having selecting good options to eat, and I felt really great. And even though I was already at 215, in my mind I told myself that I wanted to be 200. So the fact that I couldn't hit 200, I would still feel heavy and I would feel fat. And I was never satisfied and I didn't understand why. And when, now that I look at pictures back then, I was like, wow, you're so slim. But it's like I said before, your body is changing, but your mind doesn't keep up to that change. And it can be very exhausting. It can be very stressful. It can be overwhelming because you don't understand why the changes are not coming at your pace. And there's a lot of moments where your self-esteem does go up, but then at the same time, it it really doesn't, because for me it didn't, because I would feel the same. And I feel that this last time, whenever I lost all that weight, the reason why I began to gain the weight back was because, first of all, my grandfather, mi abuelo, got diagnosed with cancer. So that was really hard on me. And then a few years before that, my dad had his kidney transplant. So that was a huge change for us as well. So I kind of like um, been writing down the reasons why I feel I begin to gain weight. And it kind of is always correlated with something happening in my environment. And now, 2023, I am approaching my 40th birthday in September, and I have decided that I'm going to do whatever it takes to be at a good weight by the time I turn 40, not only physically, but here in my head too. Like, I want to make sure that I feel good about myself and that I feel confident and that I feel healthy. I want uh, I want to make sure that as I'm losing weight, I am in touch with the doctor, so the doctor can be um, giving me some feedback on what they see as far as my health. I I shouldn't say this, but sometimes I feel like this is my last chance to, at some level, enjoy this, enjoy me being young and having good health and a good body. Because after I'm 40, I feel I can still be 50 and 60 and still look good, but I'm already gonna feel, and I'm gonna be already older. So right now it's my last chance, I feel. And I'm gonna try my best. I'm currently working with a phenomenal trainer. His name is Dom, and he has been teaching me a lot of tricks on how and what to do to lose weight. And I'm checking in with him every week. So I'm very excited. I know that with his help, I'll be able to reach my goals a lot faster. But I want for you guys to keep on encouraging me and know that you're not alone. Like, the same way that I'm struggling right now, and I'm trying to do something about it, I know for a fact that you guys might have a similar journey as I, and let's do this together. I want to be involved, like in classes where I can either go dance or boxing classes or different activities that can get me out of my comfort zone, and also be very mindful that life is going to continue to throw um, things at me that I'm not expecting, but I cannot fall back into my what I'm accustomed to begin to eat and to stress eat. No, I need to stay away from that and know that I have control of that. And we'll see the process, and we will see the progress, and hopefully in September, by my 40th birthday, um you will see someone different physically. I'm very excited about it, and I want to let you know that I'm here. If you have any tips, if you have any suggestions, or if you need somebody to motivate you, please let me know. I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your week. I am about to go have dinner and go watch a movie. So I'm very excited about that because I really don't go out as much, but I want for you to keep in touch and stay tuned to my progress because I'm very excited and I hope that you can see my progress and also be proud of me. Talk to you soon.